no water hit you for 30 fucking days.
You hit the button and the blow dryer will turn on.
You'd have had to go overseas.
For real, it's got all that stuff.
So if
Y'all
you
think
don't,
I'm kidding, Mom? Seriously?
Hey, what would
so
you
if
do
you don't, if you can't wipe your ass and you use a fucking bidet all the time, what happens when you travel and there's no bidet?
What if you had to go to Iraq?
You got one white Charlie?
Well, I don't know if anybody. There may be people that have them because they can't wipe their ass.
Right, but that's not us.
That's not us. We just have it because it's cool and it's clean.
You know that's on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about bidet toilet seats.
Tell them what the bidet does.
It's the brand is if you Google it, it's like Coco bidet toilet seats, I believe, and they're the best thing ever. I mean, you sit down on it, it's heated, it's warm, and it has mechanisms to wash you. Thing comes out and sprays your butt. And
Does it poke you?
all that. No, it don't come out high.
It doesn't actually touch
It
you.
comes out low, and it's probably a little bit below your butt.
No prostate massage.
No prostate. Well, I don't know. They may have that on the
Yeah, you
news.
gotta order that from Japan.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah, I'm sure that is a thing.
All right, guys. Justin Swinney's here from Swinney Nutrition. The products that we sell, the nutrition products we sell, are his stuff. Most of you know him. If you just started watching our videos or you're new to our Facebook page, there's a lot of prior videos out there you can go back and watch that we've done with Justin. It's Swinney Nutrition. He's easy to find. He'll be tagged in these videos, and you can find him directly. We sell the product through the store here. I posted this morning that he was going to be here, and if you had any questions for him, to write them out. Facebook is changed, so it's a pain in the ass to see all the comments on Facebook now. I have most recent comment, which will expand and show you shit, and then it has I don't know what the other one is. There's another one, and it shows you different shit, and a lot of it overlaps. So some of these we're gonna have to go through and make sure we didn't. Some of them we'll probably cover twice, but we'll start with Frank. Is it Labby or Labby?
I think it's Lave.
Anyways, Frank. He was at the party. You actually met him.
He's a nice guy.
I heard something about changing the blend in hyperlean. True or false?
False.
Okay.
We're not changing that.
You probably heard about 187 maybe.
Yes. 187.
Jonathan Andrew, what does Justin recommend for warm-up shoulder mobility?
That's a good one. I have kind of general recommendations, but I also have specific recommendations. Okay. If you go to my YouTube page, you just go to YouTube and search Justin Swinney channel. It'll bring it up, and then I have a video on shoulder mobility, rotator cuff, and all that. Go to that video and watch it. I talk in detail about a few things, and I also show a few other exercises you can use to actually build muscle once you're done. Because if your shoulders hurt, it's a little bit more difficult to build muscle. I am going to expand on that and make more videos in the future because of requests. But the video will start with some scapular work. So if you have rotator cuff problems, it's not always just the rotator cuff, and most time it's not even the rotator cuff. It all comes from your scapula and scapula stability, which is being able to move your scapula all the way back and all the way forward. And I don't know how many exercises you wanted. I mean, I could give you 100, but like if I was going to pick 3 or 4, definitely do some type of scapula band pull apart here, and then I would do something for range of motion. Maybe a band dislocation where you go grab the band, go all the way over and all the way back. And for external rotation, I like to use bands. You can use dumbbells, but here, rotating here at 90 degrees, that's 3. And then the 4th, if you're going to add 4, would be the push-up plus, where you're in the push-up position, your arms are all the way locked. Squeeze your scapula on the way down, don't bend your arms, and then spread your scapula and push up, and that'll work it from pretty much every angle. That'll give you a scap pull, push, range of motion, and external rotation in the rotator cuff.
How about kipping?
Hell no. I'm not a fan
You know what
of
that
it.
is?
And I know some people do the kipping for CrossFit. And look, I've been through 4 or 5 CrossFit certifications. I used to own one, I closed it. But so I can tell you their methodology, why they use it and why they justify it. It's for power, horsepower, speed, torque. They're trying to do it as fast as they can.
For cheating?
And I think it's cheating. I don't like it because I've seen a lot of injuries from it.
It's great for the fucking
But there's other people
orthopedic
who
surgeon.
can do it and have no problem. And that's on them. I won't do it. But their rules are your arm has to be fully extended. At the bottom position, you have to be fully extended. And then for it to count, I believe your chin has to be above the bar, or if they do a chest bar, your chest has to touch the bar. That's the rules. It don't tell you if you can swing or not swing, and then if you can get in a groove and do what they call a butterfly kip, it kind of looks like you're swimming. I mean, you can knock those things out super fast. Not a fan of it. I think it creates a little bit of instability in the joint on the bottom end, and the tweak on coming up I really don't like. I'm a fan of strict pull-ups. You know, if you're trying to do 1,000 pull-ups, you know, it's going to be hard to do strict. I guess you could do kipping if you're going for time, but I don't recommend that.
Somebody who only kips, should they also be strong at pull-ups?
No, I know some people who have the best freaking form, like kipping pull-ups, or let's just say Olympic lifts. I know some people who can do some clean and jerk, or clean and snatch, or clean and press with perfect Olympic form. I'm talking about a hook grip, a rack, and a press, and I'm like, wow, I bet they're freaks. And then I see them do other stuff, and I'm like, just not impressed at all. It's like they're really good at their specifics, and maybe they have good speed or power in those positions, but it don't always translate, especially in the kipping pull-ups.
Hey, pull this up. I didn't get all this.
I've got it already.
Christopher Emmel, he was here a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I know.
Started testosterone injections, weekly shots in February. Starting number was 120. I'm 40 years old.
Okay.
I get 190 a week. I'm at 900 on my level now, but my estrogen number is shot up. They are telling me it stays high. It's 95. That's where I forgot to expand it.
It's 95 now. That I'll have to be back off they're telling me if it stays high that I will have to back off the shots.
We had a friend.
Is that the end of the question?
No, it keeps going. They have me taking DIM for local vitamin from the local vitamin shop for lower estrogen. Is there anything that you know that works better? And do you recommend your testosterone pill with the shot? And would it affect the estrogen level? I already take your vitamin packs daily and your aminos. And then this is Chris from 812 Guns. Thanks for your help.
PCC.
Okay. Good answer, man.
Yeah, answer.
Okay.
Yeah, answer it real.
I'm gonna just give you my honest opinion on all this kind of no holds bar stuff. I'm a big fan of TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. I think as you age, you need to get blood work done at least yearly, if not bi-yearly, to check your levels. They got you up to 900. That's pretty good. With your age, I think you could probably even tolerate it a little higher. But the reason they're probably being cautious at 900 is because you are converting a lot to estrogen. A 90-something on estrogen is way too high. I think the prescription or Remedex is a really good prescription, or Romacin, and they usually give that, and you could take it every other day to lower your estrogen. Now that's the prescription variety. Now talking about over-the-counter supplements, my PCT11 does have ingredients that will lower estrogen. With your estrogen being 96, you need to take 4 in the morning and you need to take 4 in the evening. That's the max dose of PCT11. Now what that'll also do is help free up your free testosterone, or make your free testosterone more readily available for use. I would get on that pretty quickly. I don't think you need to go too long with your estrogen that high, because you could develop gynecomastia, which is a gland behind your nipple that's really not comfortable, and you have to get surgery to remove it if it don't go away. But it also makes you hold water weight. It could make you moody. Estrogen's just not a good thing for a guy. Now you could be too low. If your estrogen's 5 or less, that's probably not good. But I've seen a lot of people keep it around the 15 to 20 range and feel great. Some people like it around 25 to 30, but personally I like mine around 15 to 20. I feel better there. That's where I keep mine on blood work. But I would say immediately you need to get on the over-the-counter anti-estrogens with PCT11, and when you do your second round of blood work, we'll see where it is with that. But if that's not the case, you need to add a prescription. The worst thing they're going to do is cut back on your testosterone, because some of your testosterone is converting to estrogen. That just happens. It is what it is. It happens to everybody. Some people are genetic freaks and they just convert way less if they have huge anabolic receptors. But you're converting some, and if they lower down your testosterone, well, your overall testosterone free and total is going to go down, and your estrogens go down. So then you're kind of at a lose-lose. It's like, well, I lowered my estrogen, but my test is low, so the ratio is still there. Because if you're 90 and 900, or what if you're 40 and 400?
We had a friend that was all fucked up. They were giving him such low dosages of test that the estrogen was high.
Oh yeah.
Despite, I mean, huge high, like turning them into a girl high.
I can't remember how tall or how much this guy weighs.
He's big. I want to say he's bigger.
He's probably 6'2".
Yeah, I was thinking over 6 foot. Okay.
Isn't that kind of like, you know what they
And
used
you
to-
taking 190 milligrams, so it's usually 200 milligrams per milliliter or cc. That's a pretty low dose. And how do you get exactly 190 milligrams? I mean, you got to be measuring out perfectly on a syringe for that. I would like to see him do his doses 2 days a week. If you do the doses yourself, you need to split them into 2 injections. That's one reason you're converting more estrogen. There's not one person I train that is on TRT therapy, unless they have to go to the doctor, I tell them to take it all in one shot. I tell everybody to split it up, and I probably got hundreds of clients that go to doctor in their own monitored TRT. Take half the dose on Monday, the other half on Thursday, keep it 3 or 4 days apart, and you don't get any spikes or any valleys. It's just more constant. You may feel better doing that.
Isn't that kind of what Nolvadex was too?
Nolvadex helps bind estrogen at the site, and you could probably get that legally now, I don't know, but the prescriptions change so readily. But the Arimidex is like a suicide inhibitor. It kills the estrogen in the whole body before it gets to the receptors. Now, there's very few people that take high doses of testosterone, and what I call high doses, I mean like professional bodybuilders, and they'll take both. They'll take the Arimidex and the Nolvadex and the over-the-counter because they're just so much pumping through their system. They're having to do something, but I don't think that's necessary for him.
Is it milk thistle?
Milk thistle for the
Vein
liver?
that lowers the estrogen.
No, the milk thistle's for the liver. It'll help the kidneys a little bit too, but it's mainly for the liver.
All right. Dave Woodmansey. Does Justin make or recommend a joint supplement?
Joint supplement. Okay. So there's a lot of joint supplements out there that I've tried them all. I really just don't see. I've had a few formulations, but I've never seen one that even I formulated that's been cost efficient versus the effects of it. I'm a huge fan of pharmaceutical grade fish oil for your joints because it's anti-inflammatory and it has some good heart benefits, and omega-3s are great. So my recommendation is fish oils first at a mega dose. Try that, but you need to make sure you get a good fish oil, okay? When we're talking about fish oil, when you rotate it over and you look at the back, it's going to say total omega-3s, okay? Then under that, it's going to say EPA and DHA, okay? Those numbers are what matters, because if it says total omega-3s 1,000, then it says EPA 200, DHA 200, and then other omega-3s 600, then it's not good. I never count what says other omega-3s. Never count that, scratch it off, it don't exist. That is not a fish oil you should buy. Now, I'm in the process of working with a company to make a pure pharmaceutical grade fish oil. We haven't done it yet just because it's very, very expensive to make it to my specifications. But for you need to find one that's about 60 to 75% EPA, 25 to 40% DHA, because that'll give you a ratio between those two. Just have more EPA than DHA. But those two ingredients need to add up of a minimum of 5,000. Like if you're having joint pain, like when I talk about joint pain and it really hurts me, I go 10,000. Now I'll start at 5,000 for a few days and then I work it up. When I get my EPA and DHA up to 10,000 total, and only about say 25 or 30% of that is from DHA, my joint pain slowly goes away. But not only that, I feel better, everything, my blood pressure's better, everything's great. Fish oils are great. It's just too hard to eat that much fish. I mean, I can't eat enough fish to get all the healthy omega-3s out of it.
Work a lot when you take that much?
Not the pharmaceutical ones. If you buy the ones from Sam's Club and Walmart, you're going to be having some problems.
Does a lot of it pass through you?
Yeah. Hey, I need to put a link. Maybe I can put a link up for them. Because there's a couple people who do have a really reputable fish oil. The ones I had my doctor actually write a prescription for it. Even though it's a supplement, they can write a prescription and insurance will cover it. It's called Valspar. If you go on my Instagram and look at some of the pictures we posted, I think I talked about in one of them. I had my meal there, and you see a couple of those shiny little gel caps. Now they're 1,000 milligrams of EPA per pill, which is very high dosage, and it's from Walgreens, so it's legitimate prescription. But our insurance covered it.
Isn't there a prescription drug called Valspar? I seem to think I see that in a commercial somewhere.
Paint.
Paint, okay.
Yeah, there's.
Ken Scott, is Tropin meant to be a daily supplement or taken periodically when having sleep issues?
Both. I have some people that take it daily and some people that take it periodically, so you can do it either way. I originally made it when I was having sleep issues because there was nothing on the market that I saw actually helped sleep but increased your growth hormone output for recovery. And then we finally got Tropin, we got one that went good, and I have some people that use it both ways, so you can really go by how you feel.
Okay. Jimmy Diaz, 2 questions. Wife has partial tear in her ACL. Which exercise would you recommend to strengthen the surrounding muscle while minimizing risk of injury?
Okay. Now this question could go numerous ways because I don't know the source of the ACL tear, how she tore her ACL, and without doing an evaluation on her leg, it's really hard for me to identify the weak link of the chain to fix first. I can take some guesses, and so I want you to know this answer is based on a guess I'll just base it off the last couple ACLs I fixed. Now, with most ACLs, the problem I see is there's not enough strength in the posterior chain. And by that I mean hamstring, glutes, and calves, a little bit calves, but mainly hamstring and glutes, backside of the leg. And also we see the knees come in, like a valgus knee. And what I mean by that, you see it on the camera, is where if she sits down and then stands up, she collapses her knees. Or the ankle collapses, which I have shoes on, but imagine the foot rolling in when you stand up. So when you sit down, your knees should be right above the ankles or maybe half an inch outside, just kind of right there, just like that. So have her do a body squat, watch her knees. If her feet and ankles collapse in like this, then you know you got a problem and you need to train some of the external rotation forces in the hip. Okay, so judging by like a basic gym that I know you could do all this stuff at, she needs to hammer her hamstrings. She needs to work her hamstrings and her glutes 70% of her workout. The other 30% needs to be quads. So I mean, I would do laying leg curls, standing leg curls, and do them one leg at a time. Train both legs. Never just do knee therapy on one, because if you hurt one knee, you might hurt the other one. So always do even therapy. Another great exercise is kettlebell swings, hip thrusters with a barbell. You can lay your shoulders on the bench, put it here, and then you could work your way up to squats. May not need to be doing too many squats with an ACL tear, but it is a normal human movement, and you do need to get the ability to squat again. But that's the base of the answer. You need to figure out if she's collapsing and train the anti-collapsing muscles, and then hammer the backside of the leg, the posterior chain, and work on movements and mobility. So if you don't have any mobility in your hips or ankles, and the knees are taking a lot of force, then they're going to hurt. So you need to be able to rotate your ankle both ways, all the way around. Remember, your hip is a ball and socket, so you need to be able to move your hip just like you move your shoulder. Okay? So work on those things. If you need more detail, you have more details, feel free to write me an email. And when I'm on the way home today, just remind me and I'll get you back today.
Same guy. Recently I've gotten a full blood panel done and would like to send it to you via email so I can get on a program with you to build strength. Are you currently taking online clients?
Yes, we actually just opened it up to take 5 more. So the first spot I opened up Amanda filled with one of her friends pretty quick, Kelly.
That's
I want to
right.
say hi to Kelly.
Kelly.
Kelly was posting.
What's up, Kelly?
She said, take notes, because I posted a picture. You guys said Justin's good in class. And she said, that's why he hasn't replied to my text.
I
Did you say Kelly is a high maintenance customer?
I don't know if high maintenance is the proper word. She's good with communication. And when she has a question, she don't hesitate, she asks, which I like that. I don't like when a client just disappears and, a month goes by and they send me their progress pictures and I'm like, and then they'll say, oh wait, well was I supposed to eat this? And I'm like, wait a second. What did you think for the last 4 weeks? She wasn't like that the first day. I sent her stuff. She's like, oh, this is awesome. First day at the gym, she's like, well, I don't have some of these pieces of equipment, so we had to modify it. But she's it's almost like I feel like we would be friends if we were in person. It's like she's cool. It's like we clicked. I don't click with every single person because a lot of people think I'm obsessive or type A personality or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people who own businesses are that way. But when I first talked to her via text from reference of Amanda, I was like, oh, this girl's pretty cool. You know,
She was here at the party.
Yeah.
I think you met her. You just don't.
I think I just said hi to
She
her.
was upstairs. Derek was tattooing, so she
Dude,
was.
and that guy's the best freaking tattoo artist.
That's his
Like,
chick.
oh my god, I saw his work. I went to his Instagram, which has like 25,000 people.
She'll work out. She was up here cardioing while
You
they
see
were here. She
Curtis's?
was up
Is
here.
that where you?
Have you seen Curtis's tattoo? Do you know
He'll
Curtis?
show you.
You know,
No, I
I know
know.
Curtis got a
I think that's the
tattoo.
best work he's done so far.
Yeah, he'll say.
You know, I did some
That may
tattooing
be.
while I was here.
I'm talking about the one he won trophies for.
No, I
I
did
mean,
some,
we
I did some-
He
We
won
can
a
have
trophy
Curtis
for
come
that
up here
one.
and show you. Curtis!
No, I'm good.
He won a trophy for that one.
That might cross some,
it's
cross
like
some lines I don't
it's a
wanna
little
cross.
tortoise, and when it grows, the head pops out.
Snapping turtle. But no, yeah, we're taking 5 more clients, and that's it. I just until we get a better way to make it a little easier. I'm very hands-on. I'm very over the top with my text, with my answers. When I answer you, it's going to be
5 paragraphs.
5 paragraphs. I do not text one-word answers unless it's just something quick. But I usually write the answer, then I put 2 spaces, then I talk a little bit a while, then I put 2 spaces, then I reiterate what I said in the first one, then I go back and sum it up. And that's with every text.
That's why I'm not.
That's-
That's why I don't get your
that's
emails.
why-
I have a filter. If you
Yeah.
send me more than 3,
That's what it
and not
is.
even sentences. I don't need punctuation. I need 1, 2, 3.
I know.
Bull.
I'm over the top. But I only do that because I really don't want people to be like, well, he's a douchebag, he didn't answer my questions. You know, I don't get it. And they keep sending more and more and more asking the same thing.
So you
I'm like, so I answered all at first. And they give them scenarios.
I'd call that thorough.
I'm very thorough.
All right, Joel Cameron. Was the trope in the product that will help make the sleep you get better? And would it be safe to take when trying to get pregnant?
Yes,
And yes.
for female and male.
Joel, you probably shouldn't be trying to get pregnant. You should probably be getting your woman pregnant. Jared Ferguson. So it is safe to take while.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
No, nothing with sperm or anything.
Mhm.
Jared Ferguson, what's a good standard to follow on the amounts of BCAAs to consume on a day?
Oh, that's a good one. When I'm looking at standards of the BCAAs, I take into reference
And that's branched chain amino acids.
the branch chains. I take into reference the EAAs. Because if you just look at the BCAAs, it's not really the whole picture. Because BCAAs are in EAAs. If you're on my YouTube page and you look at the video on Amino 6, I actually had a whiteboard and I kind of drew a little diagram to show you there's 22 amino acids, there's 9 essentials, there's 3 branch chains. The branch chains go to the muscle. I talk about all that. So when you're doing...
That's James Hicks. He won't get over here on the camera. Kevin. See you guys.
Y'all
See y'all.
Hey, you should probably go down before he goes down the
Yeah.
stairs.
The
I mean, in front of him.
Yeah, I'm gonna get.
with the branch chain aminos, I'm talking about the essentials, but the main part of branch chains that I look at is the leucine. Okay, there's kind of a line I like to draw at 4 grams of leucine per dose. You can go up to 5 grams. I haven't seen too much difference with 4 to 5, but I usually do 4 or so grams, depending if you round the scoop, you get 4.5. But I like to do that a few times a day. So you could say 12 grams a day. I like to do it during the workout. Okay, which with ours it's 2 scoops of amino 6. You're going to get a full clinical dose of L-leucine, which is the one we use is micronized, instantized, and it's from a source that you can actually absorb. It's really a high quality. When I had a choice, I chose the best of the best. But doing it on an empty stomach, 30 minutes before a meal, it makes it absorb way better, and that's with all your essentials and all your branch chains. So let's just say you wake up, and as soon as you wake up in the morning, I would hammer down 2 scoops. So that's enough. You get your clinical dose of leucine, but you also get your doses of all your essential aminos and your branch chain aminos. And then say you do it again before lunch and during your workout, there's 3 times a day. That's plenty. That may be more than enough, depending on what your activity is. But personally, I consume 2 scoops every morning as soon as I get up. I consume 2 scoops during every workout. And then usually one other time of the day, because there's always a space